Do you wonder how koalas get those best branches and leaf tips? Well, in today's video, we get some great examples of how Ellie uses her very best skills to get exactly what she wants. Join me watching her. She is such a treat. And I'm just so excited that I just have to give a little squee because I have got to give a huge welcome to two new patrons this week. Sean Sack, thank you so much for joining in on Patreon. And I love this username, don't you? Carsten Peaceful Buffalo. What a great name, and wonderful to have you in on the team. There's a link in the description below. If you want to support what I'm doing, you can join me on Patreon. And I want to acknowledge the Widjabul Waiable people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I live, work and play. Now, all my video is totally free on YouTube. Patreon is a great way to get exclusive extra stuff and just support what I'm doing. And you can also make sure that you subscribe, share, comment. All of that stuff is critical for getting that YouTube algorithm doing what I need it to do. And now let's have a look. I've said this so many times, but it's completely true. When I go out koala spotting every day, I just have no idea what I might be lucky enough to get to see and film. And I come along on a beautiful winter's afternoon. Look, finally we're getting a bit of fine weather at the moment. That's a relief. And there's Ellie having a feed. It's been so wet that I know the koalas would actually prefer to be able to hydrate, but I think that she looks pretty happy with a blue sky too. And I got to just stop and sit there. I wish I'd had my tripod on the bike with me, but you just have to put up with me, hand holding the video camera. You can tell that she's been actually having a pretty good feed here already because a lot of the leaf is out of her reach. But she was determined that she wanted to not only finish off a good feed of this, but she's in a young forest red gum tree at the moment. And now she's going to climb down a little bit. You can see there's no real pouch bulge yet, but it would be too early for there to be a real pouch bulge. If she's got a Joey-in pouch, it's only probably about the size of an avocado seed at the moment. Not a whole avocado, just the seed of the avocado. So we wouldn't expect to see much of a bulge. And she's got her eye now on the next tree over. I thought she was going to be trying for this branch that's sticking out of the forest red gum, but no, look, she's using the breeze that's gently blowing this small tree at times to be able to get a good reach out and grab that bit of swamp mahogany that's next to the tree she's in. And she's like, that makes a much more varied meal, being able to have a bit. So you can see now I've moved my view across, and that swamp mahogany has got the dark glossy leaves, and she has managed to grab one branch of it. Yum yum. That's a very smart girl. But don't you worry, she's got some more tricks in mind as she goes along eating this meal. Oh, and now she's let it go, having a bit of a scratch. And she's going to climb up and try some more from another angle. She wants more of that, but it's hard to reach. They are so agile, aren't they? You know, when you watch a koala sleeping in a tree, it seems like they are just, sleepy heads. People think that they're quite slow, like a sloth, but they're incredibly agile. Oh, look, she got a hold of that branch, but she can't quite get it down towards her mouth. They really have to do a bit of math and a bit of thinking, to get a decent meal. It's not actually as easy as it looks up in those treetops. Now I'm just going to play a bit of that again in slow motion. Can you see that pouch opening there? It runs up her body, kind of vertical to her. She's so agile, and she's looking like she's in pretty good health after raising that second joey of hers, Eddie. Okay, back to trying to find the best leaves. It's really quite difficult, and often they will hold on to a branch and stretch right back. Always makes me think my neck would be hurting by the end of that. And I think it's worth just having a bit of a zoom out again, because I always like to make it really clear that I'm not as close to the koalas as it might appear. The koalas are wild and free on my property, and I'm just observing them from a distance. So zooming back out, there is no way that I'm like really all that close to her. Now she's aware that I'm around, but she's taking no notice of me because she's quite high up there, and she knows that I'm nowhere near being able to get to her. She's having a good feed there on that leaf. Yum, yum, Ellie. Koalas need to eat a lot of leaf every day, and they tend to just spend an hour or so stuffing themselves full and then going off to sleep to digest them. So it's always a really lucky thing for me to find a koala eating. Koala Gardens is a wildlife sanctuary that's on my private property. I've donated my land to conserve koala habitat, which means it's habitat for hundreds of other types of animals, birds, insects, reptiles, little marsupials of many kinds. There really is nothing like getting to just sit and observe koalas doing the things that they do in a natural way. Because Ellie's wild and free, she's able to make her own choices about where she needs to go, which trees she wants to eat in on any particular day. And she's really having a good feed on that swamp mahogany. She's just let that one go. I had all the best leaf I want from the tip of that particular branch. Stops to have a bit of a scratch. Where's she going to feed from next? Koalas are just so agile, and because they've got those thumbs on their feet, they're able to hold on to the branch with their feet, push themselves up, and then use their hands. However, she is, most of the time holding on with one hand, but when she can't get what she wants, no, just let go. Trust your feet to hold on while you make a grab for exactly what you want. This is the koala way. It's another good opportunity to freeze the frame and just see that long pouch opening. There is a little bit of a bulge there. You can even see that opening, moves a little bit with the strength of her pushing off with her legs and things. And that's why if she does have a joey in there, that little joey will be fused to the teat, so that if something were to happen and that pouch opening actually opens up a little bit, there's no way that that little joey would just fall out of the pouch. It's quite safe in there. Koala anatomy is just incredibly amazing. Let's just take a moment to zoom out a little bit and see how that's actually the trunk of this young tree that she's holding on to. So it's quite spindly, but the tree's quite tall. If we go down, 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 oh, I didn't quite judge that well. That's the crate that's on the back of my bike that I carry things with. So that's a younger tree, about 10 years old, and it's had to compete with other trees, and that's why it's still quite spindly. But if it ends up taking off and becoming the tallest and gets a good canopy over the top, it may well become the dominant tree later on. Well, guess what? You've done it. You have made it to the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'd love for you to just write in the comments below, Ellie's an acrobat. Oh yes, she is. Thanks for watching. There's lots more great video coming your way soon. Another way you can support what I'm doing is anytime you are thinking to get a gift, or you need a new hoodie or hat or something for yourself, even a pair of socks, instead of going to the regular shop, hop over to my Redbubble and just see if maybe there's a design that would suit your needs. I bet you could find something there for everyone.